Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing
Good
this morning?
morning. Good morning, everyone. How
How's
awesome was that intro?
flipping amazing. Okay, so shout out to Loki for getting that together yesterday. Oh my gosh, 'cause I know he was so busy, and I asked him kind of at the last minute, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, okay." Ta-da! Like, holy cow! So thank you, Loki, for that intro. That was really awesome for you to do. So
Yes,
go get some
thank you,
sleep,
Loki.
for crying out loud. Cheers, everyone. UFP, since we're doing Star Trek today.
Cheers.
Cheers. Who all do we got in the chat this morning, babe?
We've got Mark the Infinitely Tired. Good morning, love. Mountains of Elysium. Good afternoon. Darth Hasta. Thank you for wrenching for us, hun. Kronos. Good morning. Good morning, Trey. Loved the show last night. That was awesome.
Yeah, the show was great. It was awesome last night. Dabo!
We've got Laurie Roberts. Hello, my love. Chris Persia.
Hey,
Josh and Rebecca. Let's scroll up, sweetheart. See, make sure we haven't missed them. We've got Chef Zilla.
Hey, Chef.
Good morning, Chef.
And now I'm scrolling down. It's like I'm catching up.
Just in case. Yep. Safety Sound. We did say hello to Chris, but we can say hi to Chris again.
Sure.
And Dr. and author Adega. Good morning.
Good morning, Adega. Yeah, he said he was going to be in and listening, but away from keyboard today. So
that's okay. And Positive Candle. Good morning. And
good
Derek,
morning.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Derek, what's going on? Jedi Bill just squeaked in at the wire. Excellent. That's amazing. Good morning again, everybody. I'll bring on our guest in just a second, but we're going to talk about Star Trek 2009, like it says on our ticker down there, from a casual fan's perspective. Jeff is not a fan like I am, but just he knows the storylines vaguely. He knows of the different series. He knows of the films because Infinite Loop. I think he may know the script to Best of Both Worlds better than I do at this point.
Yes. It's like at some point visiting Sammy's house, you will see Star Trek on a loop.
Oh, yeah. Either that or Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok. Eris of Chaos created a monster with that one. So if you're out there, sweetie, # blame Eris. Oh, I forgot I had this. This is right before we went on camera. This is a promotional item from MAC Cosmetics from the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. And they did a whole line of, let's see, they did lipstick, eyeliner, false lashes. So any girls out there, it's a special edition. So I bought 2 and 2 of the eyeliners. And
the eyeliner I would have liked.
Yeah, it's a nice liquid liner and a unique little pen. Oh, it's for our makeup lesson today, guys.
Take notes.
Take notes, yeah. You can't get it anymore. It was a limited run, obviously, because the 50th anniversary was a while ago. But yeah. Hey, Rena A, what's going on? I hope I'm saying that right. Or Rennie A. I'm blah. Yeah, I can't English. It's fine.
It's been a weird morning, hasn't it, hon? It's been a strange one today.
It's been a weird one. So
Chef says he absolutely loved the Max Star Trek line. Awesome.
Oh my god. Really? I mean, it's so wonderful.
I would have liked a couple of the lipsticks, I've got to admit.
I have a spare.
Hey!
I'll be more than happy to donate it to you, honey. Let's see. Let's get into the chat real quick because I know Psychodorf9 had an interesting comment. There she is. There's Eris. That's cool, girl.
Good morning,
no
Eris.
Worries. Thanks for popping in. We appreciate it, babe. I'm still scrolling looking for that, so.
That's okay.
Chris Persia. No, not Chris. Keep going, hon.
I was going to say, shall we bring on our guest while you look?
Yeah, let me go ahead and bring in our special guest. Once again,
absolutely.
From the Room of Antiquities across the hall from my office. We're bringing in Generalissimo Jeffe. So here we go. Good morning, Jeffe.
Good morning, Jeff.
Beautiful. Good morning, beautifuls.
Oh. See, this is why we love Jeff.
Yeah, cause blush.
Yes,
I can't
exactly.
I can't find this stupid comment. Psychodwarf 9. Oh man.
That's okay. I remember what the comment was.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So while we were setting up, we were keeping an eye on the chat, and Psychodwarf 9 said he didn't mind the 2009 because it's established its own timeline.
Yeah.
And Jeff,
buddy.
You agreed with him, didn't you, hon?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yes, I'm a casual fan. I am nowhere near as well versed in all the canon as y'all are. So I may be a little more willing to be freewheeling with it. Go ahead, let the flames begin.
No, it's cool. That's why we wanted to have you on, because you are the casual fan. But I'm the fan who sits there and no. No. Spock would have no. Mm-mm.
You didn't actually go see this at the cinema, did you? Because if you did, it would have been a nightmare.
No, I didn't. I actually did see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it at home. Let's say that.
She saw it in the comfort of her own home. That's perfectly fine.
That said, I do have it on Blu-ray, so.
Yes. I rewatched it again last night to make sure it was fresh in my mind.
Mark says 2009 is all right. The rest is garbage. Pretty much, yeah.
The only thing I'll say about watching it is it was much longer than I remembered.
Yeah, it is.
Like
it's a little long.
I was watching it and then it kept going and then it kept going and I paused it and there's still 40 minutes left. I was like...
Well, see, yeah, Sammy and I rewatched it the other night and it kept going and going and I poured another whiskey and then I poured another and eventually it was really, really good by the end of the show.
Yeah, it's amazing how it gets better, doesn't it?
Yes, I am with you, Chef. Carl Urban is an amazing Bones.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes.
He nailed it.
The principal cast I actually quite liked, even though I'm not a fan of Chris Pine. I didn't even like him in Wonder Woman.
Shots fired.
I just don't like him. That's all it is.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Nothing,
that's cool.
Nothing against the guy. He just doesn't do it for me. He's not my cup of tea, as we say. But the principal cast, I think, worked well. Carl Urban, I'll agree, was probably the best.
He did his research. He
did.
Zach Quinto.
Zach Quinto, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was good. And Sammy and I can't believe I hadn't caught it before, but we start off the movie with Captain Baby Thor.
Yes.
Yeah, he hadn't caught that. He's like, "That's Hemsworth." I'm like, "Yep."
That's Hemsworth, tiny
Hemsworth. Like,
tiny,
I don't
beardless.
think he'd even got the contract for Thor yet.
It's crazy to see the difference between him and then Thor. The amount of work he put in to bulk up. It's like, oh, look at you.
I'm like, damn. Okay. Trainers. Gotta get me one of those. Let's see. Chris says Spock being more emotional would have made more sense had he accepted his human nature early on. Consider this a new direction in an alternative reality. Then again, it's not like JJ was a Star Trek fan. That's entirely true.
Yeah, and I think that's where we had the slight kind of disagreeing, whereas Jeff and Psychodwarf said that it makes its own timeline. That's fine, but it also said it was part of the canon. Yeah. So it wasn't a separate thing. It kind of tried to mesh into what was already established.
Yeah, that's what it felt like, because essentially... Oh, wait, here he goes. Star Trek 2009 went out of their way to make it a separate timeline. I also enjoyed Carl Urban. Yeah, the thing with the cast, I mean, the cast seemed to gel pretty well. Mm-hmm. And especially the main three with Kirk, Spock, and McCoy. Especially McCoy. Jesus. Oh, my God. Even down to the mannerisms and the pinky ring that D. Kelly used to wear. It was like... Nice. Proud of you. Thanks for doing your research.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and you talk about it being a separate timeline. What do you guys call it? The Kelvin timeline, I think.
Yes, this is the Calvin timeline, the films. Yeah.
And so this is where I come into it, as I'm fine with going, okay, we've introduced time travel, so we're spinning off a separate timeline on it. It's just like Marvel fans are okay with multiple Marvel universes. This is simply another Star Trek universe, another Star Trek timeline. But yet, just as the Marvel universes are all canon, this is canon.
Well, some of it's not canon, though, in the MCU. That's the thing. And what we're working on is 50 years.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you define canon? I thought
the original storyline.
Anything that original storyline.
Yeah.
I thought canon was anything that came from, the official sources. You had canon and then you have fanfic.
Well, no. You still have novels that work into the Star Trek universe.
Right.
That are still part of that same universe. So it's stories with Captain Picard or Commander Riker or whatever. Even the original series, Kirk, Spock, McCoy. My favorite book is Spock's World. So it talks all about Vulcan and the evolution of Vulcan. So that creates part of the canon as well.
Right, but
you've got to stick to your storylines of your characters. That's what makes them canon.
Because it comes from the original, the official font. It is the people who own the copyright to Star Trek. If they write it, in my opinion at least, it becomes canon. Now, if you or I were to write our own Star Trek story, it would not be canon because it's not coming from somebody who officially.
No, that's not true. Because you have to work within the canonical universe. Remember, Tina? Non-canonical.
Yeah, because fanfic people were doing it, not the officials.
They weren't even fans. That's the problem. They weren't even fans. They copied and pasted from pretty much every episode from the original series.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah.
There was nothing new other than, undeveloping Spock.
Yeah, I mean, they took the official things that everybody wants to see. Okay, we had Kirk making out with a green alien chick. We had a red shirt die on a mission.
Yes.
You had Scotty say, "I can't give her any more," or "I'm giving her all I can," or whatever it is.
Giving her all she's got, Captain.
They ticked all the boxes for fan service. Definitely.
Yeah, you had Bones say, "I'm a doctor, not a physicist." Yeah. Exactly. Just like Purple says, it checks all the boxes.
Yeah, but it's fan service.
Yeah, it was, a classic fun story. Did it adhere entirely to the spirit of Star Trek? The spirit of what Roddenberry was putting out? No. But was it a fun summer blockbuster action film? Yes.
Yes. Well, of course it's going to make more money.
Right.
I mean, there's more people, and it's meant to be targeted at people like you, Jeff, who are the casual fan, and try to get them pulled into the fandom.
Yeah, Mountains of Elysium is down there agreeing with me.
I enjoyed Star Trek 09 as it was its own universe. I was okay with the change to the canon. As Trek was established in TNG as a multiverse, it doesn't bother me.
Oh, good point. Yeah, there was that episode where you had what was it, Yesterday's Enterprise?
Yeah.
See, I'm not a total novice.
I think the issue that people have with it, though, because these films ushered in that Calvin timeline, it then brought in things like Star Trek Discovery and Picard, which completely switched up and kind of rewrote what's gone before. Was it 25% different? They said?
25% different. Yeah.
Yeah. So although I think the films, especially the first one, stands by itself and it did what it needed. It brought people back to Star Trek that might not have it might not have appealed to in the past.
Yeah.
You know, like the Next Generation films, they didn't do particularly well. And people younger than me probably didn't see the original Star Trek films, you know, Wrath of Khan, Undiscovered Country, you know, those sort.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that, again, it does follow a certain level of canon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Gene Roddenberry, God rest him, blessed at least TNG. He was able to be on the set. And of course, Majel, his wife, continued on through Deep Space Nine, as far as I'm aware. Trying to think. I don't think she appeared anywhere else. They did use her voice as the computer briefly in the beginning of Star Trek 2009. I did notice it. I think she passed away. And guys out in the chat, if you could help me out, I think she passed away in 2012.
Okay.
So she could have recorded something just so briefly, or they could have used anything from Star Trek: The Next Generation. So, but I'm sure with her blessing, hey, Cobalt and Pudgy, welcome
Hey,
in,
guys.
Transporter style.
Little
Nice. Chocolate chip cookies. Pudgy's got to have his chocolate chip cookies. And good morning, speaker for the dead.
Good morning.
Oh, wait. Oh, the chat just skipped and I saw an awesome comment. Gosh, darn it.
Awesome.
Oh, I hate when that
So
happens.
we talked about the principal cast. What did you guys think of the main villain? What did you think of Nero?
He was too much like Shinzon for me. It was like they just rewrote that character.
You know, I was thinking about this as we were watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And this may be part of the difference between myself as a casual fan and y'all as hardcore fans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch movies or TV series over and over and over trying to look for the new nuances.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that when I first watched it, I thought he was a fairly good cliche mean bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've watched it again since then, and obviously we watched it again a couple of nights ago in preparation for this show, and I started getting really snarky with him.
True statement.
Like, dude, you're making things harder than they have to be. Oh, look, yeah. Hey, here's why are you going back and doing I'm going to destroy Vulcan rather than, oh, I don't know, I'll go back in time and just, warn my people and get them all off the stupid planet.
Yes.
Get everybody off. Yeah, Romulus.
Yeah,
so
this fixation he had was because of the time travel, and it didn't actually happen in the time that he came back to. His motivation was kind of skewed. It's like, but you're here now, and Romulus it's over there. You could look out the window and see it.
Like,
yeah.
Your planet hasn't been destroyed.
Yeah.
Which was even pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
So, go get it.
Yeah, so maybe part of being the serious fan and really watching for all that involves that level of snarkiness that goes through. It's like, dude, what the hell?
Maybe. I just thought for myself,
Yeah.
the second I saw Nero on screen, I was like, well, they're just rewriting Shinzon of Remus.
Yes, he was
From Nemesis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, well, get a new villain. There's a crap load.
I actually quite like Shinzon. I thought Tom Hardy did a passable.
He did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So somebody tell me who's Shinzon.
I have my ups and downs with Nemesis, but
Shinzon was a clone of Picard.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom Hardy shaved his head, and he kind of did his best to look like a young version of Patrick Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you can picture that.
I've seen it.
Okay.
Anybody
Which
watch
movie?
Excalibur? He's in there. That was
It's,
1982.
Star Trek Nemesis, my love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm sure I've seen it, but
You have. You've seen it. It
is that
starts
the one
with the
giant
wedding.
wave that goes through space that blows stuff up?
No, that's Generations.
Okay.
That's the first one.
Nemesis is with the Riemann that look like Nosferatu.
Yeah. And
That's
it starts with the wedding,
Mm-hmm.
with Riker and Troy's wedding.
Yeah, I got nothing.
You know, the whole duty.
It's
a starship captain's life is filled with solemn duty. Anyway,
Yes.
like Bane, Kronos. Like Bane of Remus. Right?
But yeah,
He's a great Bane.
Nero is a very one-dimensional character. Well, yeah, I mean, he's a single shot in a single movie. Yeah, I mean, you've only got so much time to develop him, even though the movie did take like 3 hours.
But here you've got Josh and Rebecca explaining Nero was in a comic book.
Oh, okay.
But you know, he says, if I have to do homework for your bad guy to make sense, you didn't make a good movie.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, that's kind of true. Plus, again, you're picking and choosing from a character that's already been written from a sister planet to Romulus. So, focus, people.
But again, if you're talking a summer blockbuster action movie, you know, okay, you define this as bad guy. Why is he bad? Because his wife and kid died in something that he thinks Spock should have prevented. That's all I need. Okay, we've got our bad guy for our good guys to fight against and defeat. You know, it's an action movie.
Yeah.
Is it everything that Gene Roddenberry envisioned for Star Trek?
No.
Hell no. But it's an action film.
Yeah.
I will agree. Yeah, I will agree with Jeff. The action, the set pieces, I thought were really well done, especially the space battles. I didn't particularly care for the design of Nero's ship.
No.
I don't know what I was looking at. It's
like a
spiky.
It looks like an angry melon. Just
And at one point, it takes off and starts flying and goes what I think is backwards.
Well, the Rocinante goes backwards.
Yeah. Well, but no, all the spiky things are at the front of the ship. You know, if you look at it, you would think it would go the other way.
In theory.
The rounded end being the front of it. But the spiky things are the front.
Well, JJ's an idiot, but you know, whatever. It's like an angry flying flower. It's like,
Well, that and it's a mining ship, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
it's a mining ship.
Yeah.
It's a mining ship. Well, so is Red Dwarf, and that looks like a mining ship. This just looked like an angry, pine cone.
Well, angry pine cone. I have a pine cone around here somewhere. I ought to get him out. He's angry. That's good. Well, there again, if you really study the design of Nero's ship, it's a takeoff with a scimitar. Because that was a mining ship that was developed by the Remans because that was a mining planet. So, originality here, folks. The only thing new is that you changed the people who were starring in the films. The bright spot for me was Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, yes.
And him being there. And yeah.
God damn it, even JJ made me feel something when he says that line when they first meet up. I am now and always have been your friend. I was like,
yeah. I was like,
damn it.
Stupid onions.
Oh, yeah. And him doing the classic intro at the very end was like goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got goose flesh on that one too.
Yes. Was that one of his last films that he did? Does anyone know?
The last one he did was the second Star Trek film.
Second Star Trek film. Okay.
Darkness. That was his last film appearance. And he died not long after that. He did go to the premiere. But, quietly in the background. But yeah. That was his last appearance, was Into Darkness. I'm still getting that damn tattoo. His final tweet, I'm getting tattooed here on the inside of my arm, because he is the reason I'm a Star Trek fan. Beyond, the stories, the other stories, and the other characters, he's the reason I got drawn so into Star Trek. So, I miss him.
Oh.
I'm going to get started again, but I miss him. I really do.
I was like that with DeForest Kelley, because McCoy was always my favourite.
Yeah. He's a Southern gentleman, you know, and I found out through 23andMe we're distantly related. It's like fifth cousins 8 times removed or whatever the fuck, but yeah, we're distantly related.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. All right, connection to Star Trek. I'm in. That's totally fine. You know, I'm about to be quasi-related to Dominique Tipper too, so I'm kind of okay with that. That's Naomi Nagata out there, you guys, who watch The Expanse.
Josh has just put up a good comment. He said, "How about Nero drilling a hole in the ocean so the hole would just keep filling up with water, you dummy?"
I was trying to get it, and everything jumped on me. Oh, and Mark says this one too. He's a good point about Shinzon. Shinzon was a good enemy stuck in a bad plot. Yes, unfortunately, that's totally true. Oh damn, that's funny. Uh-oh, Darth Aster's buffering.
Oh dear.
Oh no, they didn't pull the plug on us, did they?
No, we're good, I think.
Yeah, somebody would have said so in the chat. Kapla Bird. Good to see you, my friend. But
yeah, Psychodor's right. It was more of an action film than classic Trek, and I think, as Jeff said, that's kind of what it needed to bring some fresh blood to the fandom. But if it just stayed a standalone film, I think it would have worked. But because he continued the series and did 2 and 3, I think that's what it kind of fell down.
Yeah. Well, I would love somebody to explain to me how Benedict Cumberbatch is Khan. I still don't understand it. I mean, he did a fine job with what he was given. I mean, there's one point in the film. Yeah, we're kind of crossing over from 09 to Into Darkness, guys, but that's cool. Same. We're at least in the same film universe. Okay. Yes. There's one point where he looks at the camera, or it's slightly off camera, and he goes, "Now, shall we begin?" And I was like, "Ah!" I just went white. Just because of the way he delivered the line, it's like, oh, okay, great, cool. I think he had his Oscar nomination at that point for shoot. Why did that
Imitation Game?
Thank you. Imitation Game, which is fantastic, by the way, guys. You need to see it. Great.
But didn't JJ swear blind that he wasn't Khan, but everyone knew he was anyway?
Yeah, he was like, "Swear to God, I have nothing to do with Khan. I don't know it's Khan." I was like, and he looks at the cameras, Khan.
Yeah,
sir,
you lied. You lied. You lied to a stranger.
Benadryl Cumberbund. That's what I call him. Benadryl Cumberbund. I do love him. Okay, don't get me wrong, because Doctor Strange.
I like him. Yeah, I think he's a really good actor.
Nail Doctor Strange. Is Khan because Black Lives Matter. Is it though?
What?
That doesn't make sense. Derek, could you elaborate on that a little bit for me, honey? I just want to make sure we don't completely light some fires and I don't get a phone call from the boss going, "Y'all need to shut that off." I don't get tattoos. I have several. I have these 2. I have 2 on my back and 1 on my ankle. I have that hang on.
Boris.
That, but it's
yeah, it's
Yorma. So that.
Yeah.
It's a blonde Ouroboros.
Okay. Yeah, that.
A Scandinavian one.
Yeah. Because J.J. Abrams said so, right?
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much how it went. It's like,
well, Khan was genetically engineered, so maybe they meddled with his melanin levels. Dude, that's hardcore. That's racist.
Well, I mean, Ricardo Montalban wasn't all that. He was Spanish, obviously, but he wasn't like.
Yeah, but they put him. I would say they turned him, but the character was a Sikh originally. That's why he's so tan and the hair in Space Seed is so black.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's a
Okay,
Seed.
that I never knew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprise!
So Ricardo Montalban was actually Mexican.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking at a picture of him as Khan, and yeah, he just looks like a white dude who spent his entire life out in the sun. I mean, he doesn't especially look Arab.
He's not Arab. He's Sikh.
Sikh.
That's different.
Oh,
that's more along the lines of the Indian and Hindu culture.
Oh, good point. I thought you were saying Sheik, not Sikh.
No, Sikh.
Sikh, as in as in Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Dude does not look Indian.
No. And they had to make him look that way. Now, of course, that all changed with Wrath of Khan when they brought him back. So, little tip there, though, guys, or a little tidbit. That chest in Wrath of Khan is real.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Ricardo was cut.
Yes.
I was like, damn. How fine is that Corinthian leather?
Those pecs are a couple of fantasy islands.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pull you out of the stream just for that. Banned.
Oh my god.
Banned, scan him.
Well, been nice knowing y'all.
Yes.
Bye, everybody. What does Josh say? They race swapped Khan because they didn't want to have a POC that was a bad guy. So in JJ's brain, the best of human condition is a white guy, apparently. Yeah, because you don't get much whiter than Benedict.
Yeah. Oh no. But I mean, like you say, he did well with what he was given. Yeah, he played a good role.
Yeah.
But wouldn't have been my first choice.
No, me neither. But
and again, I probably wouldn't have had Khan in there anyway, so that's just me.
I would have written another completely different Star Trek story. I mean, if you're gonna change timelines and alter canon, then you have a plethora of crap you can pull from. But yet again, you got to pick and choose from stuff that already exists in the Star Trek universe.
Right. Yeah, there's something to be said for appealing to the casual fans who we know of Khan. Yeah, I couldn't tell you his backstory. I couldn't tell you. We all know as a casual fan, we know the classic scene of Kirk screaming. We know Khan is a bad guy. So if you want one that's custom made for a summer blockbuster, yeah, bring in a bad guy we already know, but this is his origin story kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes. The Crimson Mist says Antonio Banderas would have made a good Khan. Yes, he would have. He would have been incredible. Because you still could have stuck with a Spaniard background. Spaniard playing a Sikh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he's supposed to be Sikh, why not go pull somebody out of Bollywood?
Yeah. Yeah. That would have been perfect.
That would have been awesome, actually.
Yeah. Well, Cal Penn. Shit.
Oh. Yeah,
he
Cal's
great.
A nice guy, though. I don't know if Cal could
I know.
He just looks nice.
Yeah. Well, he is a nerd. I mean, he would have fit right in, no problem. Live.
What about your favorite Kazanvar? He's Persian.
He's Persian. Yeah. He's a Persian guy.
Yeah.
Live at the Love Shack says, "Are you a daily show now? Where do I go to?" No, we're not daily. 3 times a week. We're just all over. We're the Valkyrie of Loki stream, so we're hanging out there, and we back our Battle Angel, we back all our friends, so you can find us anywhere.
Yes, and Purple Valkyrie gets everywhere anyway, so.
Yep, pretty much. Purple Valkyrie is always on somewhere. Especially if they're in the UK. Not because she's Europeanist, it just happens to work that way.
Yeah, it's just time zone, that's all.
Yeah, exactly. So they'd have to dance at the end credits. Okay. I just happened to look over and was like, what? And Speaker for the Dead says you can't beat Wrath of Khan. It was a mistake for them to try. No, that by far is the best of the Star Trek films.
Yes. Well, that and they completely, undermined the ending of Wrath of Khan by doing it in the new film, but doing it in reverse.
Yeah. Yep. That made me sad.
Yeah, that was no.
Because I'm like, that's not Khan. I knew Kronos. I can't hear you. Can't hear whom, honey? Me, Sarah, Generalissimo Jeffe. Who are we talking about?
Give us a clue, Kronos.
Give us a clue, babe. How are we coming in for you there, Generalissimo Jeffe? Are we coming in loud and clear? Are we 5x5, gang?
You are totally fine. I'm hearing everything.
Okay. Well, and you're across the hall, so.
Well, yeah.
I think Kronos is messing with us.
Oh, okay. Post up.
Oh, did you mean here on the computer now?
What? Yeah, the guys stay 5x5. Kronos is screwing with us. I can't hear Squirrel. The squirrels are following Trey around these days at Max World Entertainment. So he's got his own squad. It's cool. Hey, Mexican Iron Man. What's up, babe? Good to see you in the chat.
I know.
Thanks for popping in. Maybe JJ watched STE episode arguments, where at the end the character Malik tells the crew to call him Khan, played by Scottish actor Alec Newman. Did not watch Enterprise, so I'm out of the loop on that one. I'd have to go back and look at it. I've seen a grand total of 3 episodes of Enterprise. Oh, 3.5, because I tried to watch the pilot. I hated it.
Mexican Iron Man's got a question for Jeff. He said, as a casual fan, what about the time travel? Did that bother you or not?
Good question.
I have issues with time travel in general because almost everybody does it wrong. However, it is a very classic way to do time travel in movies, and I'm fine with it as a way to spin off a new universe and spin off a new, as y'all call it, the Kelvin timeline.
Okay.
You go, okay, so at this point, we are taking the world up to year whatever, and we're splitting it. And, going off to the left, you have the original series and TNG and all that. And going off to the right, you have the Kelvin timeline. And I'm fine with it as a cinematic decision on how to spin up a new storyline, a new story arc. While in theory, leaving the original still intact and over in a slightly different universe or timeline.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that I agree with. I think had they done that, had they kept the Kelvin completely separate to the established timeline. But as we said, with Discovery and Picard, they kind of try to mesh the two together.
Yeah.
And that's where that's where a lot of fans had contention. Yeah. But if they kept it completely separate, I don't think there would have been that much of an issue.
Right. No. But that's also where you as a hardcore fan come in, because I've never watched Discovery. I've never watched
Don't do it.
The new Picard series.
Don't do it.
But as a casual fan, I'm totally okay with this going, okay, things are slightly different now. Cool.
Okay, if you say that after watching Star Trek Discovery, you're packing your shit. Because no.
I've never watched Voyager. I've never watched...
You've seen some episodes of Voyager with me. You're just passing through the room. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's Captain Janeway.
Yeah, never watched Deep Space Nine.
Oh, I love Deep Space Nine. That and TOS were my favorites. Yeah.
I mean, I know the basics of it, but, I watched TNG because TNG came out when I was, I was in my mid to late teens, and it was, I was in the height of my sci-fi fandom at that point. I'm more of the old school sci-fi. Give me Heinlein and Asimov,
Yes.
and those are my guys.
And so you're more of a heavier sci-fi fan, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and which is why I like Star Trek, because Star Trek it has that ideal kind of it's the undercurrent, the hey, let's all be better. It's the classic more science, less fiction. As soon as you start going Star Wars, which adds in a lot of the fiction, adds in a lot of the science fantasy stuff, that becomes less and less my wheelhouse. I like the, hey, let's take the real world, let's give it that little twist, and what naturally progresses from there. Star Trek is, okay, we had what's his name, that crazy dude in the missile silo who invented the warp drive.
Oh yeah, Zephyr Cochrane. Yeah,
that's him. Yeah, and okay, we invented the warp drive. Boom, that's the twist. What naturally progresses from there?
Yeah,
and Star Trek has kept it. And that's what I enjoy about Star Trek is that it's the more science part of science fiction than the science fantasy.
Yeah, well, we do get science fantasy to a degree.
But everything that's in, admittedly, I'm not a huge fan, I don't have the encyclopedic knowledge of it. But is there anything in Star Trek that is not scientifically possible?
Probably, if you gave me enough time.
Yeah, I mean, do we introduce effectively magic, that's outside the realm of scientific possibility?
Mm-hmm. Well, can't you classify magic? Can't you put a transporter in there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's essentially making an object disappear and reappear in another place.
Or a universal translator.
The universal translator, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, transporters exist nowadays. The scientists nowadays have managed to transport individual atoms. So is it unrealistic to think that within a couple of 100 years we'll not just be transporting individual atoms, but whole people? No, that's fine. That's natural progression of science. What was the other one you just mentioned?
The universal translator.
Yeah, universal translator. I mean,
that's the Rosetta Stone now.
Yeah,
essentially.
You've got things
Google
like
Translate.
Yeah, Google Translate. Microsoft has it built into Skype and Teams nowadays, where one person can talk and it will appear in text underneath you, the translated text.
Yeah.
To say that within 200 years you won't have some gizmo that you can plug into your ear and do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they kind of had the universe. If you want to get real picky about it, at the UN, they kind of have had that, but it's actually people rather than a computer generated voice. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but I would have to go do research for that.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's been about a minute.
Mm-hmm. I suppose the same as the transporters, you would put things like the replicators in that category as well then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something that, we're not talking supernatural. We're talking things that are natural scientific progression.
Mm-hmm. What about Chef Zilla says the TOS introduced communicators and data pads, and now we have cell phones and tablets. And I've been saying that for years.
Yes.
With the advent of the iPad, I was like, holy shit, those are those little pads that Jordy and everybody down in engineering had.
Remember the little flip phones that we all used to have?
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Uh-huh. A friend of mine has a phone that does that. And it's like, it's not a flip phone, it's just an iPhone, but you can go like that and it'll go click, like, trippy. Cool. The other thing I got to give JJ just a tiny bit of credit for, is using the sound effects.
Yes.
The original sound effects. I mean, they are a little twisted. They're just slightly off, but they're damn close. Hey, Keely! Hook 'em horns, my friend. But yeah. What did Kronos do now? Oh, jeez. If my universal translator is working just fine, I can understand all of you. That's great. I'm not being facetious. That's really cool. Transporters are cloning machines. They scan you, destroy your original body, and 3D print you somewhere else. I'm with Bones and Mark the Infinitely Tired. Give me a shuttle pod. He hated shuttle pods too, though.
Yeah,
At least in this film.
Yeah, one little crack, and 13 seconds later, your blood's boiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to be of all of the things on Star Trek, the teleporters.
No, I'm out. I'm not doing that.
Don't like the idea of it. Well, that and I always think back to Galaxy Quest when they're trying to get that teleporter to work.
That was a great movie.
That was a good movie.
That was excellent. That's a movie we're going to need to suggest to Loki for a movie night at some point. Because that movie is just incredibly epic. It's so funny. My dad still flips phones. Where does he flip them?
Oh.
Sorry. If you actually read some of what the Google Translate does, you could get yourself in a heap of trouble. Yeah, I tried using it with my wife. She still laughs at what I said. Not what I thought. Yeah, that can get you in a little bit of trouble, especially when it comes to the Asian languages.
Yeah,
it's like
it is definitely getting better from what I can tell, but yeah, still working on it.
Yep, we're getting there. I got to check myself with French, and Spanish and make sure we're on the level. Not even going to try anything in the Germanic languages. Anyway, or Cyrillic. Oh, yeah. God.
Yeah, I used it on my wife once. You did the wife to English translator, and yes, dear, came back as you freaking moron. Is that not accurate?
You're an idiot. He's an asshole.
I love you, dear.
Hey. You're welcome. It's inside out, and it exploded. What exploded? My brain?
The thing that they teleported. That's what he says when it arrives.
Oh.
That's right.
And he's like...
Oh my god! I forgot about that. Was that a raspberry? Yes. It just happened to be like ASMR type. Because my microphone is like oddly really close to my face today for some reason. I could shove it back on. I just don't want to. Let's see. Crimson Mist says that they actually made a TNG communication badge that works with your phone via Bluetooth. Yeah, I did see that.
Nice.
That's cool.
I wanted to get it, but I'm like, nah. I already have my communicator pin over here.
It's just more gadgets, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one more thing. All of a sudden my camera got blurry. That's going to be a bitch.
That's because you've been kind of leaning in and out. And
I know. That's my bad. It's my back's bothering me today. So sorry, guys. So 2009 wasn't a complete wash.
No, not at all.
There were some great things about it. Again, the score, the chemistry with the cast seemed pretty good. I did not like what they did to Spock at all. And if there were one more goddamn lens flare, I think I would have gone blind in one eye.
Oh my god. Yeah, that scene where they first launched the Enterprise and
was painful.
Just lens flare off stuff that shouldn't shine. It's like everyone had a plane of glass in front of them.
Yeah. And there was one scene. Yeah. And one scene on the bridge, they had like every single light pointed at you. At one point, they scanned the camera past like a little bar light that was just for some reason pointed right at the camera.
Yep. That's JJ.
Buddy.
That's his shtick. He did it in Star Wars too when he took that over. It's like, oh, there we go. JJ Abrams, more fracking lens flare. Fantastic.
If you were working on that bridge, you'd have a migraine by the end of the day.
I had it. Seriously, there were so many spots just in my left eye from all the damn lens flare. I was like, it's starting to water. What the hell?
Mark says the lens flare had lens flare.
He's not wrong. And Rennie says, yeah, honey, I think you might be right. It's the best thing about that movie. It was great to see him.
Yeah. And he seemed to be enjoying playing Spock again.
Yeah, I think he knew his time was running short. I think just prior to filming, he had been diagnosed with the COPD. So, yeah, it was like his one last hurrah. And to go out as Spock, you know. And I've read those books of his, you know, I am not Spock, but I am Spock. 2 books. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say he did one and then he did like a reply to the book, didn't he? Yeah.
It was like an amended version. You know, I was like, oh, okay.
Did you ever see the documentary that his son did about him?
I am in the credits for that.
Oh my god!
I was one of the first people to donate money to the cause. Yeah, I'm in the credits for that because
I have to go watch it again now just to see that.
Right? Adam put out a tweet. His son, Adam Nimoy, put out a tweet about it, and I was like, yes, sign me up now. He personally responded to me and he says, as soon as I get the information, I will be getting it to you. And I was like, yes! So it premieres. Everything's put together. It premieres, and I'm watching it on my tablet at the time because we got a sneak peek, first look at it. And all I did was cry through the whole thing. It was just incredible. And then I'm watching the credits. Ah! I was a producer. Like, oh, okay, cool. I got producer credit. I've never been near Hollywood, but yeah, I'm in there. It takes some looking, but I'm in there. There were hundreds of us, but he gave us all credit for working hard on that project and funding the project. So, yeah.
That's a tidbit of information I did not know. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm such a nerd, right? Nerd. Now, if it came to Leonard Nimoy, please, I would do anything for him. Darth Monkey O'Wrath. Fell asleep during one show, woke back up during the next. Well, glad to see you. Hope you got some Z's, bud. Hope you're feeling good. Nerds rock. Yes, we do, Kronos. We rock. We rock this small, self-centered world, don't we? We really, really do. Cheers.
Cheers.
And the coffee's gone cold. I need to talk to the replicator techs about that. That's gross. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Are you going to finish it?
My mouse. Sorry.
Just neck it. Just one slightly lukewarm, gigantic shot of coffee.
Not even slightly lukewarm. It's kind of like, what did I just drink? All it needs is an ice cube, and I'd be like, oh, okay. I'm trying to think. Did the goddamn chat jumped again?
Shifson has just said you may be a nerd, but you still haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
No, I have Lord of the Rings. Just out of spite now, I'm going.
Jeff, could you sit her down and get her to watch Lord of the Rings?
He's never seen it.
Please?
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Thanks to the pair of you.
What did I say about science fiction versus science fantasy?
But this is just fantasy. It's a separate.
She does have me on that one.
There's no science fiction in Lord of the Rings. It's just pure fantasy.
Purple just had a stroke. Did you see that? Just seriously stroked out.
I feel a bit faint, to be honest. Did
you see that bust that just got her? That was pretty awesome. That was a
shot fired. You got
it.
Sorry. Oh my god.
I feel a little weird.
You know what? Hey, is it better than the animated Hobbit movie out of the 70s or 80s?
Yes, but I also love that one as well.
As far as I'm concerned.
Oh my god!
At least you've seen that one. Sammy, have you even seen the animated film?
No.
Fuck.
Oh, come on.
Jeez. Jeff.
Okay, they're already. Hey, Saucy Wench. They're already cancel Samantha Joe. Okay, you're gonna cancel Generalissimo Heavy too. A speaker for the dead. I think we just blew Brian's socks off too.
I know. See what I mean, speaker? My god. Honest to God. Come over. I'm going to bring the Blu-ray, the extended edition. We're going to sit down. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, the animated one was made for 5-year-olds. Okay, when did the animated one come out?
I don't know. I have no idea, guys. Yeah, Kronos. Squirrel!
Animated Hobbit movie. It came out in 1977. I was 2 years old. That's why it was perfect. Yeah,
I hadn't been born yet.
Oh, guys. God damn it. I was 6. So I was the target audience. But you know what I went to see in 1977? Star Wars.
So
just saying.
Science fiction / fantasy then.
Yeah. Yeah, I was the Star Wars. Okay. And Second Door died in the late 70s. Yeah. Ow.
So there you go.
We are Picard from Star Trek First Contact, right?
So, Jeff, Sammy, this house is a Lord of the Rings free zone. Gotcha.
Uh-huh. Yeah, pretty much. I don't think AJ's even seen it. And now the good news is Lindsay has.
Okay.
Lindsay's dad made her watch Lord of the Rings because he's a massive nerd about that stuff. Star Trek, Lord of the Rings. I mean, he would fit right in this group, guys.
Oh.
But Lindsay watched it and she was like, yeah, it was boring.
Oh, shit.
Shots fired!
What were we saying about last weekend about the war between Britain and the US?
I know! Here's part 2, guys. Hey, rookie. What's up,
rookie?
Heathens.
Sammy, you like this one. Pudgy gets out slide rule. Samantha's 21. Oh.
You're so sweet. Yeah, I wish not. But thank you, Pudgy. You sweetheart. Oh, my precious. Now, see, I know enough about Lord of the Rings for casual conversation. Just based on pop culture. And y'all. But other than that, Rookie's grabbing pitchforks.
See? Rookie agrees.
And he's an American. Turncoat. Just kidding, Jeff.
Crimson Mist said fantasy is indistinguishable from science fiction. Yes.
Okay. Still not going to see Lord of the Rings.
Oh, there's a difference.
Uh-oh.
There's a difference.
Shots hard. Here we go. Kronos.
It involves the supernatural. It's fantasy. If it's potentially based on science, it's sci-fi. This is a hill I will die on.
He will too.
What about something like, I know it's completely out of what we were talking about, what about something like the film Flight of Dragons? Because that takes a fantasy, but it uses logic to explain how dragons fly, for example.
I'm fine with that because there's no reason that a dragon couldn't naturally evolve somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So, sure, I'm down with dragons. Breathing fire, okay, that one's pushing it, but giant
Have
flying
they ever
things.
seen you when you're eating jalapenos? Just saying.
What?
Nothing.
Ooh, there's a question. Do dragons have to load up on something to breathe the fire?
There it is.
I don't know.
That's a whole nother show, babe.
Yeah, we'll have to get into that one.
And you know what? Honestly, we have animals that spit poison, and there's some that even spit acid. I forget what it is, but there's some that spit acidic things. So why not fire? I would qualify that as something that is potentially possible.
Okay.
I'll get in touch with that Komodo dragon and get an interview. I'll see what he says. They eat brimstone, maybe? Good question.
Sure.
Well, yeah, that could track.
Yeah, taking a bite of brimstone.
In Anne McCaffrey's books, they chew some sort of rock and that produces the chemicals.
And
So yeah, that tracks.
Sure.
hopefully
We can
chew
do
gum
that.
afterwards, because damn, that would wreck your breath.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
That's why I say have dragon breath first thing in the morning. Hi. We just lost the dog. Oh my goodness, guys. It is the top of the hour. And it is time for us to bug out. It's time for life to get rolling here. So, Generalissimo Jeffe, thank you so much for coming in and joining us today. That was fun.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's always a blast when you come and hang out. So I hope you'll come and hang out with us again.
Oh, you may be able to track me down.
Yeah. Walks across hallway.
Yes, he said, we know where you live, Jeff.
Yeah. Into the room of the antiquities. Hey, you want to go on the show? Sure. All right. What are we talking about? Don't know. Except today. So we only got a couple of squirrels in the chat. So anyway, thank you, Jeff, for joining us today, sweetie. And I'll talk to you in about 10 minutes.
All righty. Bye, y'all. Goodbye, my lovely redheads.
Thank you, Jeff.
And on that note, guys, yeah, they're still canceling. They're still going to cancel Samantha Joe.
Yeah, until you sit down and watch the films. Yeah, you're just going to do that at spite now, aren't you?
Yeah, like out of spite.
No, not doing it.
Not going to watch it. All right, gang, we're going to head out. Let's start with our goodbyes. We're going to say Mountains of Elysium, Mark the Infinitely Tired, Darth Monkey O'Wrath. I cannot English today. Sheesh. Kronos, Crimson Mist, Darth Haster, our wrench extraordinaire. Thank you so much. Rennie A. Who else do we got, babe?
We've got Keely Chow, Kronos Chiron, Live at the Love Shack, Chef Zilla. And let me scroll up, make sure I'm not missing anyone.
Eris popped in for just a little bit.
Eris popped in, yeah. So did Loki. And thank you again for the awesome intro. We love it.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Speaker for the Dead.
Your phone's going off. Thank you.
I know. Sorry.
For the Dead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Rookie Critic, thank you for joining us this morning. Crimson Mist.
Chris Persia. He popped in for a little bit.
Yeah. Cobalt and Pudgy, thank you, guys.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Psychodwarf 9. We had Trey in earlier with us.
Yeah. He brought the squirrels and the tribbles.
Saucy Wench, thank you, sweetheart. I think I saw Butterflies was here earlier, wasn't she?
Uh-huh. She was here earlier. Keely Chow, thanks for jumping in. It was great to see you this morning, hon. It's been a while. At least it feels like it's been a while. Brian, Speaker for the Dead. Did we talk to him already? And if we missed you, we apologize. The chat gets rolling, and all of a sudden, Sammy Brain goes, nope. So
not today. No, thank you.
Not today. Not today. So, guys, there but for the graces of the gods. We will see you again on Friday. The Boss Man, I believe, has a game stream tonight at 5. Loki's Mornings of Mischief. He's going to do Telltale Batman, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
He's going to finish that up.
And Eris is also on tonight as well.
That's right. Oh, yep. I think she's on. It's 6 or 7.
6.
Y'all check the timing. It's 6 my time. 6 Central. So
6 Central.
Okay. Everybody tune in, and then we'll see you tomorrow morning in the chat on Loki's Mornings of Mischief. So
we will indeed.
Until then, guys, take care. Have a wonderful day. And remember to always be good to each other. Mwah.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Mwah.
See y'all later. Bye.